So now we're going to talk about a new operator. It's called the composition operator. And so we do composition of functions. It has a new symbol. It's a little open circle. It looks like a degree symbol, but it doesn't go up high. It goes on the same level as your letters. So I'm going to rename f. So f of x is x squared plus 9, and g of x is 4x minus 1. And if I want to do composition of the two functions, first of all, order matters. So f composed with g of x is different than g composed with f. So first of all, here's what we really say. F of g of x for the top one. So we read this little symbol as of. So f of g of x. In fact, sometimes you can write it in a nested formation. The name on the left tells you what rules you're going to follow, and the one on the right tells you who you are applying it to. So in this case, f of g of x, we're going to take g of x, the right-hand side, this 4x minus 1, and we're going to plug it in for the x in f. So f of g of x is, so f tells us, the rule is, whatever you give me, I'm going to square and then add 9. So f of g of x, we're giving f all of g. So we're giving it 4x minus 1. So f's rule says, okay, I'll take the 4x minus 1, I need to square it, and I need to add 9. That is f of g of x. Versus g of f of x, again, if we rewrite that in nested notation, g of f, so this time, g tells me the rule. G says, whatever you give me, I'm going to multiply by 4 and then subtract 1. So g of f says, okay, f, all of you, x squared minus 9, you're going to go in for that x right there. So I have 4 times x, currently being played by x squared minus 9, and then that's minus 1. And yes, you could certainly tidy both of those up. Notice, again, still not multiplication between the f and the x. The x over here is just telling us what the variable is. Since it is an x, my answers have x's in them. Versus, let's say I ask you, what is f of g of 0? If you write it in the nested notation, so it's f of g of 0, work inside out. So first thing I need to find is what is g of 0. So a little workspace, g of 0, 4 times 0 minus 1, 4 times 0 is 0 minus 1. So g of 0 equals negative 1. So that means I need to find f of negative 1. So f of negative 1, the negative 1 gets squared, and then you add 9. So negative 1 squared is positive 1 plus 9 gets me an answer of 10. So when I had f of g of a number, my answer is a number.